I guess if you guys are familiar with, I've talked about this a little bit on Twitter and stuff like that, particularly when I'm talking about my nephew, but who here is familiar with these things? Because I know I've showed them on stream before. Who here remembers when I talk about these every once in a while? These little wooden cars. Oh my god. Yep. Sorry about the glare, I guess. I don't have a professional lighting setup. In fact, my room window is like right behind the computer monitor, so there, is that a little easier to see? Oh, it's not gonna autofocus. Whatever, I take what I can get around here. So sorry, I'm a little slow right now. But so I have talked about these before. I have had these for how many years now? Like 10 years, a little bit more. And they're known as Automoblox. They're quote-unquote heirloom quality wooden block cars that were actually designed by like industrial designer, automotive designer, stuff like that. And I've been really enjoying these ever since I was first shown them back in 2008. And the ones that I have right now, this little mini set, I picked up around 2010. I've had them through college. I helped raise my nephew with these, and I keep them on my shelf in the back over there to this day because they're just solid quality cars. And while they look a little simple right now, got a party trick. They come apart. So you can effectively design and build your own little car. So if I wanted to do something like this right here with this pickup truck, grab that. Grab the coupe center, truck rear end, and bang. Salute. Or, well, I have the sedan one right here as well, but this one, unfortunately, last time my nephew had to stay with us for a little bit, I let him play with it. It got left out in the sun and got freaking pretty rotted out, so the front's not pretty anymore. But, wow, the lighting is just... Let me see if I can do something about that. Is that overhead, or is that the window? Like a wooden Lego racers, kind of, sort of. Okay, it's not the overhead. Hey, Katsu. Let's see if that helps. Oh, that might be too much. It's straight up just a blind behind my window. How you doing, man? I like the Volvo emote. That's gonna be fun for later. Well, there we go. So yeah, you can assemble these together. Put them however you want. Effectively, the idea is to allow kids to get creative and come up with their own little vehicle inspiration ideas. So you put whatever you want on whichever body you want. The roof comes off, the center sections, the wheels, and you can just effectively design whatever. Here. Long bed. Let's go, here. I'll put this together. There we go. We got a long bed Ute sedan coupe now, I guess. Which is why I like these things. That's one of the reasons why I like these so much. And it really inspired me back when I was studying automotive design. The flexibility and just the simplicity of it, but also the level of detail where each one of these are individually numbered. It's got a serial number on it. You've got the fine little details. I mean, the truck one is very trucky in the front. You got the sports coupe. And it's all very unusually well detailed. And these are the minis. The full-size ones are pretty substantial. Well, I'm not going to go into the detail of these. I'm just going to... Well, I'm probably going to go into detail. Let me be real about this. So while I was... So back onto the story. Back when I went to the... on the bank trip, we stopped by the little outlet store. Which, FYI, these right here are no longer in production. These Gen 1 models. There's a new company took over in like 2017, 2018 or whatever. And significantly dumbed down the designs. And they're not really designed by car people anymore. They're just wooden toys. Down to the cheesy commercials and stuff like that. So it's a new lineup, it's a new style, blah blah blah. Very, I'm gonna call it dumber. I'm gonna be totally honest, they're dumber. So imagine my surprise when I find these in some random outlet store. And FYI, these are normally like $10 a pop, with the big ones costing like 30 to 60. $4 each. 4 each for these two. Granted, that was pretty much every penny I had left. That and just a freaking lower quality, less level of detail, simplified, less parts, less refinement. It's a downhill slope. But so I want to go ahead and show you guys these. Oh yeah, that's right. All the serial numbers for these on their box. You can think of the serial number as like a VIN number with these, because that's sort of how they try to treat them. Let's take a look though. Oh, did I put this? Oh, I was messing with these in the car, and I seem to have like put this one back on ass backwards. But oh yeah, they've got like model names and stuff like that too. Like the sedan was like the first gen is like the C9, the S9, and the T9 coupe sedan truck. So now I've got this, which is the C9R. Hold on, let me reassemble this one for comparison. Oh, it's got BBSs too. Got the C9R now, which makes me super happy. How do I... Which is super nice. It's based on the same design, but then you've got the individual details like the spoiler, trim work, the meshes. There's a metallic finish on the rooftop. I can sort of tell you can't see any of it, but let me lower the window again. Can I just say lighting is a pain in the butt? Anyone who's put together a good streaming setup or a good like a good set in particular, like we're talking proper lighting and stuff like that, it's one of those things where you don't ever notice it until it's a problem. So if it doesn't look like a problem, do the streamer a favor, or do whoever is presenting a favor, and thank them for it looking normal, because it's a pain in the butt. See, look at how dark this looks now. And I'm just trying to compensate to show you guys these. So yeah, metallic finish. You can see it's very, very go fasty race car. And it's very much inspired by the same vehicle. Like if you look at the rear end, it's got the same Corvette style taillights or whatever. Can I see yeah, you got the little badging right there too, which you got the C9, the R, the red text, the little diffuser, the simulated vehicle badging, the spoiler, and all the way down to production number on the bottom, which is let me see if I can demonstrate these, which just makes me super duper happy. Yes, I'm nerding out over a freaking toy. Like they're far too good to be just regular toys. These are like the Tamaikas of wooden cars, because there's literally nothing like that. Oh yeah, and you can really tell, like, it's all the same sort of... It's all milled from the same block of wood, too. I don't know how well you're going to be able to tell, but I took the roof off of the C9R, and you can see that if you ignore the lines here that separate, you can see it's all a single chunk of wood. It's a single chunk of wood that they chop up and put together, so the finish is smooth and perfect from front to back, which is really geeky touch, but I like that sort of stuff. And they all come apart, and I can put them together however well I please, which is why my red one has a spoiler. You should do something about the wheels, though. Here's where it gets interesting, because this isn't the only one I picked up. And this is why I'm so... This should be marked with made with love and passion. Unfortunately, Love and Passion doesn't sell products, otherwise they wouldn't have been sold to a conglomerate. Which, you know, gets me very sad to this day. Anyway, the other one I've got right here, which I don't believe I reassembled upside down. That was the C9R. This is the T900, which is, as you can probably tell, big truckin'. And I remember the T900 when this came out because this was substantial. The tow hitch could actually tow a trailer with a little mini hot rod on it that could also come apart and all that sort of stuff. It's all just completely editable. Basically 2500. Yeah, it's basically like a little 2500 sort of deal. So, oh yeah, it's got that big stinking grill up front too. You look at the rear. Hold on, can I let me see what I can do here, because I believe, where's my mouse cursor? Oh, it is set to autofocus. Are you kidding me? So it doesn't get much better than this. Got it. That's depressing, but whatever. Yeah, it's got a little tow hitch, and it's got the T900 badging right here in the rear step. The Automoblox across the tailgate, much like the first gen T9. So we've gone from T9 to T900. No Terminator required. You've got the side steps, which are substantial. Serial number, aka VIN number, again. You got the raised axles under these. Yeah, the second gen is what I would consider to be kind of mediocre. You can find them on Play Monster's website, because Automoblox doesn't have their own standalone website anymore ever since the acquisition. Got the big chunking grille and the big stinking front bumper. Oh yeah, and then you've got the big ribbed roof and everything like that too. Hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do. So, oh, it's a longer bed and everything too. I don't know how well you can tell, but the T900 has a longer bed than the original T9. So this is straight up a 2500. Hold on. So let's see if we can make this like a freaking Dodge Ram King Cab sort of deal. I'll put the S9 sedan extension in there. Gonna look a little funky. Put the roof on it. There we go. Long boy. Extra long boy. I will say it gets a little bit weird with these, because if you look at this, the front, it has the running boards attached to it like this, so it gets a little weird. This does not attach very well to the C9R because of the side skirts, but that's not to say I can't grab the, let's take the T9 midsection. Throw that on there. Super extended crew cab. And now let's just make a hot rod out of it. We'll just grab the so cute to see you. Thank you, appreciate that, I guess. Honestly, there we go. Now it's got that hot rod stance. What do I mean? Lifted rear axle, remember? So now it's got a rake to it. Let's see, solid surface. We've officially built a Holden Maloo live on stream. And they wonder why we just wonder why the Australian vehicle market is so dead. Look at this. We can do the job ourselves. Don't take me seriously with that, please. Here, I'll go ahead and show you this. Like, listen to the level of detail. This is a thick card. This is like business card thick quality paper. Be sure to print your registration card online and learn more about the rewards of Automoblox ownership. I've got a couple of them registered to my account, and I can register a couple others. And here's the rest of the mini line. Which, let me see if I can demonstrate this well enough. Yeah, I got your C9, T9, and S9 right here. That's a C9R right there. I believe that's a C9 Pink Edition. You've got the van. You got the SUV. You got an S9. This was also in the store, but I don't have money like that. You got a silver T9 truck right here. You've got the van, the crossovers, and all sorts of different stuff. I still kind of like this one right here. I believe this is the X9. Let me look at the badging on these real quick. Oh no, they're obfuscated by the wheels and stuff like that. But yeah, minivans, crossovers, and these aren't even like the full-size ones. These are all the minis. The full-size ones are significantly bigger. Give me a second. I can sort of demonstrate what I'm talking about with the downhill of the... what I consider to be the downhill of the second gens, the Play Monster models, not the Kaleo ones. Because I got one of these for free from Play Monster as part of a playtest. I was going to give it to my nephew, but then I realized I don't really like it. Okay, maybe I gave it to my nephew after all. I can't tell. I'm gonna need to look for it, but yeah, I guess I have the box for the Chase Racer 2-in-1, where I'm just gonna see if I can show this one off. This is a full-size one. This is their full-size part of their new series, the Ultimate Series, which is what I'm gonna call second gen. Here's the thing, with the originals, the center sections here would actually detach, and where the pegboards are right here, there used to be little driver figures that you can insert into the chassis. And this is just a 2-in-1 where you can convert it from a cop car to a race car, but it's actually sticker based. They only give you one center section. Instead of like 2 individual cars, they give you one center section and everything else around it, so you can't have both built at a time if that's what you want to do. You can also see the wheels are inset into the body, which, you know, not a bad thing, but then you've got a significantly less detailed front end and a less detailed rear end. Yeah, it's the Chase Racer is what they called this one. Create up to 8 different cars. My foot. And then I guess if you look at these where they just... You can see the naming is very strange with these now. Like the Chase Racer 2-in-1, the Mondo Brawler 2-in-1. I will admit I like the look of the Midnight Mamba, but you can sort of tell these don't really look like they've been designed vehicles anymore. They look far more generic than they used to with these. So, personally like the body shape of this one more. Body shape's not bad. It's just... the level of detail has dropped off a cliff, and you can tell it was designed by toy designers and not car designers. I'm gonna be mildly upset if I don't find that. Alright, so here, I'll show you guys a little bit of what I'm talking about here. I've just got a mess of wooden blocks right here now. So, it's gonna get a little clumsy, but let me see what I can do. I'll see if I can show you the difference, because it's very pronounced. So... Specialty Toy Shop, Ultimates, Play Monster, Amazon... Because you could buy these at, like, Target every once in a while, but the ones that they have here... What the hell did they do to the website? Copyright blocks and automobiles. What? The point of... oh god. The point of using lorem ipsum is that it has a more or less normal. It is... well, the website got butchered. We work hard to provide you the best quality paints and succulents. Man, what have they done to my child? This used to be the Automoblox website. I am a text block. Click edit button to change this text. Man, what have they done to my boy? See, build your collection. You got the micros, which just look fake and all this sort of... actually, that looks like a 3D render. Ultimates are like the full size. Are you not going to let me see it? You're not. And then you've got the minis, which actually have somehow more detail than the ultimates. So if I go to the Play Monster website, whatever. So you've got the... I've never seen the micros before, that's for sure. But the minis used to be... here, the ultimates will be the best way I can demonstrate what I'm talking about. The Motor Club, yeah, this is where I'm sort of registered and I can, like, sign up the vehicles for myself. Prizes, yay! Oh, God, it's so cheesy. Basically, generic toy company bought out the cars that I liked. I'm pretty sure it probably is a world press. So let me see. So now you've got the... like, you've got the Chaser, the race car. So they sell these individually now. There's the 2-in-1. The Hercules was actually teased a little bit before the acquisition. Kinda just... that's a blender render if I've ever seen one. Mini Rescue Pack. Let me see these. Mini X11 Rivet. C14 Zephyr. Pretty much all the new ones have text names to it. And you can see they're all very generic, I suppose. And let me see if I can show you some of the original full-size ones. Right. Okay, so let me see what I see. Look, you went from... look at this. This is on sale at a freaking Barnes and Noble. And this is the S9 Police. Compare this to the Chase Racer that you saw earlier, where this one actually has the effort of molding in bull bars and dog ditch steelies and all this sort of stuff. And FYI, at the place that I bought these which it was in Ollie's, by the way, like $45, that's about what I expect for them. They were for $10 over there in Ollie's. So yeah, you can see there's way more detail, way more love in this. And remember what I told you about the Ultimates being chunky? Yeah, because you can fit the drivers in them. The midsections also come off, and they actually come with people that fit in the slots. This is the old full-size setup. You've seen what the new one looks like. That is a downgrade and a half if it wasn't blatantly obvious. Let me see if I can get a full size. See, Kaleo Automoblox. This even refers to it as a Kaleo set. T900 Mini. I already have. That's the one I picked up. Oh yeah, then they got the Hot Rod series and everything. Which there were like 3 different generations of Hot Rod. They were actually just well designed. Like, shockingly well designed. Where magazine publications are talking about them. Because, you know... Yeah, there's the full-size T900 with the trailer for the matching HR2. I mean, did you think I was kidding, Marcus? Here. Here's the part that I think I'm going to be able to really, like, drive the point across. Let me see if I can get a picture. The one they had in the store... Oh, right, this was gonna happen, but then the buyout swapped out. Creator Sam Kalelo, or whatever. Yeah, these were the ones that were gonna hit production soon, but then they started not doing very well. Which is actually very futuristic, but you can see it's got, like, the tankers, the diesel-style grill, the proper dual... Look at the freaking wheels. I feel so bad for these guys. Like, car guys... I saw a lot of news and publications from, like... oh yeah, they had partnered with Highcroft Racing at one point. Let me see if I can pull up the pictures of these. The Highcroft collaboration was interesting because they were actually branded on... the Highcroft's car for the 2010 IMSA season. Let me see. Open a new tab. Open a new tab. Like I said, this is the stuff that I would raise my nephew on. Which, you know, Highcroft Racing C9R Mini. Highcroft Racing C9R. Is this a Mini? Oh, no, this is this is a full size. What I saw at the store was what I refer to as Gen 1.5 models, which are Kalelos. Oh, yeah, there. It says you can see the Automoblox on the wing on that. I mean, that's sort of what happens when you can't afford to do... This is kind of the thing that happens when you have a cool idea and no money. Look, it's got a freaking... The wheels aren't generic. They're Steelies on the trailer. There's Steelies on a fucking trailer. Made out of wood. Like... Nerds and designers made these blocks. I want you to keep that in mind, because it should be blatantly obvious now. Nerds and designers made these. Not toy people. Let me see if I can get a picture of the C9R. I will end it on the C9... I'll end it on a full-size C9R. And there's a reason I'm going to end it with this one. Because I saw it in the store personally, and I know it, but you guys are going to see some details that are going to blow your minds. Oh yeah, this is what they had in the store. I believe they had... Yeah, they had the Rescue T900 in there as well. But, let's see if I can find it. T900 Rescue. I'm just gonna... There we go. C9R. I need a full-size C9R. That's the one. That's the one. If I can get a full high-res image, I can bring my point across. Okay, that is high-res. So, C9R, full size. You see that? You see that logo? Or should I say, those logos? Those are HRE branded wheels and licensed Brembo brake rotors on a wooden block car. I rest my case. That's where I'm going to leave it on. That's the kind of stuff that's the kind of level of detail and passion and automotive love that is lost on the new models. And that's why as soon as I saw these as soon as I saw these Gen 1.5 minis in the store, I literally spent the absolute last of my money. And honestly, there's still a bunch more in that place. So if I can like raise a little bit of extra cash or whatever, I kind of want to get some. I kind of want to get some for AJ. My little nephew is a car nerd. His dad's into cars and works on them. I'm into cars. It's the same nephew that I let play on my racing wheel, by the way. So he's absolutely into cars. And while I was raising him and babysitting him and taking care of him as much as I could, and even to recently, I would always let him enjoy and play with these. Yeah, I lost the blue tire on this one. Well, my nephew did. But I'd always let him play with these. And I think with all that out of the way, or with all that considered, I think if Patrick saw this sort of whole story and stuff like that, I think he'd be a little proud. And I think he deserves to be.